Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. So today in this video we are going to discuss about merge conflict, what is merge conflict, how to resolve the merge conflict, everything we are going to discuss in this video today. So practically I will try to create a Spring Boot application, publish it to the GitHub, and there I will try to show you a scenario of the merge conflict, and then will also create a merge conflict and then resolve it. So everything we are going to practically do there. So just watch this video to the end so that you can get the whole concept how to resolve a merge conflict in GitHub. Okay. So first of all, I will try to tell you what is merge conflict, and I will practically demonstrate you how the merge conflict arises, and then we'll go to the part where I will develop the Spring Boot application, and there I will practically create a scenario of merge conflict and then we'll resolve it. Okay, so let me try to go to the next slide and tell you what is merge conflict. So here it is written like a merge conflict happens when two branches both modify the same region of a file and are subsequently merged. Okay, so let me explain you what this line means. So let's say you have one application or project and you have published that project to the GitHub. Now at this time when you publish that project for the first time to the Git, you have only main or the master branch. Okay, let's say you have the master branch. Now you have created two branches, test 1 and test 2 out of that master branch. And let's say developer 1 is working on test 1, developer 2 is working on test 2. Okay, and let's say developer 1 and 2 are working in the same file at the same line. Okay, so let's say developer 1, which is working on the test 1 feature branch, has committed some changes at file, let's say in file A at line number 10. Okay, now that changes is pushed to the feature branch test 1, and then a PR is raised and the changes is merged to the master. Now test 1 changes is there in the master. Now let me try to go to the developer 2. So developer 2 has make the changes in the same file at the same line, but it is different from what test 1 branch has or the developer 1 has committed. Okay, so let's say developer 1 has committed something at line number 10 in file A, then the developer 2 is committing something different than developer 1 at the same line in the same file, and then a PR is raised to merge that change from test 2 branch into the main branch or master branch. So now the time is when the PR is going to merge from the feature branch test 2 into the master, then there is a conflict arises because at the same line the test 1 or the developer 1 changes are there, and at the same line test 2 developer 2 changes are going to be there. So now the Git is confused which changes to keep in that file at that line. Okay, so there the merge conflict arises. So you can see in the next line Git cannot know what of the changes to keep, and thus needs human intervention to resolve the conflict. So let me try to go to the next slide and show you the whole scenario through a demonstration. So let's say you have a project and you publish that project to the GitHub, and you have the master branch. Okay, now you have created one feature branch test 1, and then you have created a second feature branch test 2. Now developer 1 is working on the feature branch test 1 and developer 2 is working on the feature branch test 2. Let's say developer 1, which is working on the feature branch test 1, has committed something which is test 1 C1 commit at the same in the same file at the same line. Okay, and the PR is raised against the master to merge that changes, which is test 1 PR. Now the test 1 or developer 1 changes is there in the master, And the next thing what happens is, now the developer 2 who is working on the feature branch test 2 has committed something in the same file at the same line, but the thing is different from the developer 1. So let's say developer 2 has committed test to C1 and its PR is also raised against the master. Now, because at the same line, developer 1 already have something and developer 2 is wanted to put something different at the same line, okay, in the master. So the git conflict arise at that time, or the merge conflict arise at that time. Okay, so this is what the merge conflict is. And now we are going to create a Spring Boot application. There I will try to uh, create the whole demonstration in the live project, and then we'll also create a scenario of the merge conflict and then we'll resolve it. Okay, so this is about the introduction of this video. Now let me try to practically go and create a Spring Boot application, publish it to the GitHub, and then show you those things. So let me try to come out of it, and here I already have opened the IntelliJ. Now let me try to go to the IntelliJ and go to the file new. I'm using IntelliJ Ultimate version, so here I can directly create a Spring Boot application. So you can see this option of a Spring Initializer. Now let me try to give the name of this project, which is let's say git merge conflict demo. Okay, now select the Maven here and next. We are not going to do any development, so as of now I'm just using Spring Web and the Lombok. Just create this application, open a new tab, and it will take few seconds, so just wait for that. It started load into the Maven project. So here you can see it is started resolving the dependency and all, so just wait for few seconds. Okay, now let me try to go to the browser and try to show you what is which git profile I'm going to use. So if you'll go to my channel, now let this application resolve the dependency, and then before going to do anything, let me try to go to the browser and try to show you. Now here let the IntelliJ resolve the dependency, and let me try to go to the browser and show you something about git. So you can see this is my channel, and if you'll go to the about, here you will find the GitHub link of my channel. So this is the link where this is the GitHub account where I publish all the repository or all the project that I create in the videos, and here you can go and refer it. But this time what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my personal GitHub account. Okay, so you can see I already have logged in there. So if you'll go there to the repository, this is my personal account. So here I'm just going to create one GitHub repository, and there I will try to publish my project that I have created here in the IntelliJ. So this is what I just wanted to show you. So our application is created and all the dependencies are resolved. Now let me try to go to the browser, and here let me try to create one repository first. So here you will see this option of create new. So just click on it, create a new repository, and let's say the repository name is git merge conflict demo. Okay, make sure it is public. Like for me, yeah, it should be public so that you can access it. I will provide the link of this repository in the video description so that you can go there and watch it out, or if you want you can try it out, like clone it out also. So I have created this repository in my GitHub account. Now here you will see the steps that are mentioned in order to push your or publish your project to the Git. So these are the steps. Now if you'll come here to the IntelliJ, your project is completely ready. And if you'll go to the main Java, and here you can see we have only main class. So everything is perfectly working fine. Now here in this project itself, I'm just going to open a terminal, and from there I will run the git commands to publish this project to the git. Or what you can do, in this location where you have created your project, you can open a cmd or a git bash terminal, but I'm going to use this terminal in the IntelliJ itself. So let me try to go to the browser, and here are the steps. So first step is git init. So we need to initialize this git to this project. So just run this command, and yeah, we are go. Now if you want to add the readme file, you can run this command. Let me try to skip it. Now let me try to do the first commit. So copy this command, come here to the terminal, paste it, and then enter it. So your first commit is done. Now go there. Now you have to, either you can move to the main branch, or if you don't move it to the main branch, then the master branch would be there. So let me try to move it to the main branch, or create a main branch here. So we have the main branch ready. Now you have to do a git remote add origin, and then this is the git repository URL that you need to provide. So just paste it here, and you are good. Now the last step is you have to push your changes to the main. So just do that, and it will take, yeah, I don't think it will take much time. You can see it started publishing the things, and it is published now. Now if you go to the browser and if you refresh it, so you can see your project is published here. Okay, so everything is fine. What we did, we have created the application, we have published that application to the GitHub. Now as of now, if you'll see here, you have only one branch, which is the main branch. Now let me try to create two branches. So here if I'll go to the PPT, you can see first of all we were having only the master branch or the main branch. Now we'll try to create two branches, test1 and test2, and then we'll try to do some commits, and then raise the PR, and then show you those things. So come here, and first of all let me try to create the branch test1 from main. Okay, so it is created. Now you can see we have two branches, main and test1. Now let me try to create test2 branch. Okay, so I think this is also created. If we'll come here, you can see we have the main, test1 and test2. So three branches as of now we have. So let's say developer 1 is working on the test1 and developer 2 is working on the test2. So if I will come here, and this is our project. As of now we have only main branch here. So let me try to do a git pull to pull all the changes that we did into the git. So now you can see we have the test1 and test2 branches also. As of now we are on the main branch. So let me try to go to the test1 branch. So the command for that is git checkout the branch name, which is test1. So now we are moved to the test1 branch. You can see at the top we are into the test1 branch. So now let me try to do something here in the test1 branch. So let's say I'm just going to create one file here. So let's say I'm just going to create a file called common. Okay, so it is a Java class that we have created, and let's say uh, at the line number 5 I just want to put some comments. Okay, or let's say I just want to do something. So let's say I'm just going to create a method here, public void display, something like that. And now let me try to print something here. So let's say it is test 1. Okay, now let me try to commit these changes and push these changes to the test1 branch. So git, first of all let me try to show you the git status. So you can see there is a modification in this class. So we have added this common.java, and then we have added this method here. So let me try to add this file. So how we can add it? There is a command git add, and then you have to provide the file path. So the file is inside the source main. So let me try to do that. If you'll check the git status here, you will see this time this new file is added. So the file is added where we made the changes. Now we have to do the commit. So git commit, and if you want to git commit -m, you have to provide the message. So let's say test1 c1. So the commit is done. Now we have to push this. So get push origin, and then the test1, which is a feature branch. So it will take few seconds to push it. Now I think it is pushed. So what we did, whatever changes we did in the test1 feature branch, it is now there in the test1 feature branch in the git also. So if you come here, you can see there is a PR that you can raise against the main. Okay, so the changes are there in the test1. So let me try to go to the feature branch test1 and show you those things. So if you'll see here in the test1 branch, you can see this commit, which is now. If we'll go inside this, and if we'll go inside the main, if we'll go inside the Java, you can see this common.java file is there, and this method is also added. So whatever changes we did in the test1 feature branch is now there in the test1 feature branch. But if you'll go to the main, you won't find these changes there. So let me try to go to the main. Why it is not coming? Let me try to go back, and let me try to go here to the repository, and let me, yeah, here you can see we are in the main. If we'll go inside the source and go inside the main Java, and you can see the common class is not there. So the changes are there in the test1, and it is not there in the test2 and the main. Now I just want to merge that changes to the main. Okay, so here you can see the option of creating a pull request from the test1 to the main. So let me try to create a pull request first. So here you can see we have the test1, and that changes are going to in the main. Okay, so the changes whatever they are in the test1 feature branch, now it will be going to the base branch, which is main. So create that PR, and it will take for the mergeability, and if it is mergeable, then it will allow you to merge that. So merge pull request, confirm that merge, and then we are good. It is merged into the main branch. So now the changes whatever it was there in the test1 feature branch will be there in the main branch too. So let me try to go there, and if you are here in the main branch, you can see inside the source, if you'll go inside the main Java, and this time you can see the common.java file is there, and this method is also there. So what we did, if you'll go to the PPT, you can see we have created the main branch, we have created these two test1 and test2 feature branch, and the test1 is committed something into the like it committed something into the test1. Developer one has committed something into the test1 feature branch, and then the changes whatever there in the test1 feature branch is merged into the main branch or the master branch through a PR. Now the developer to start working on the test2 branch, and in the same file at the same line, the developer 2 is also going to do some changes. Okay, so as of now developer 2 or the test2 feature branch does not have the changes of the main or the test1 feature branch. Okay, so let's say the same file we are going to create into the test2 feature branch also, which is already existing into the test1 and the main. So when the test2 or the developer2 is going to create the same file inside the same package, then the conflict will arise. So if you'll go to the browser, you can see, if you'll go to this, let me try to go to the repository first, and if you'll go to this test2, you can see in the test2 we don't have any changes here. If you'll go inside the source, go inside the main, Java, nothing is there, right? Now the same changes I'm going to do into the test2 also. So I'm going to create a file called common.java, and the same method I'm going to create there as well at the same line 5, 6 and 7. So now first of all let me try to check out to the test2 branch. So as of now we are in the test1 branch. So how you can check it? At the top also you can see this, or there is a command called git branch. Through that also you can check on which branch you are as of now. So you can see we are on the test1. Now let me try to check out to the test2. Check out test2. So now we are in the test2, and yeah, let me try to do git pull. Okay, so we are into the test2 as of now, and the test2 you can see this common.java class is not there. So now let me try to create it here. So common dot, okay, so what was that? Let me try to come there. I just want to check the location where we have created this common.java file. So you can see it is inside the uh, base package git merge conflict demo. So go to the IntelliJ git merge conflict demo, and here create the same file common.java. Oh, sorry, common you can say, and then it will create that. Now at the line number 5, 6 and 7 we are going to create the methods here. So let's say I'm just going to create the method called display1. Okay, so at the same line we have the, we would be having two different content, right? So that will cause a merge conflict. So now let me try to do a git add so that we can add these changes to the test2 branch, and then we'll try to commit it and push it to the test2 branch, and then after that we'll try to create a PR to merge that changes from the test2 to the main, and there we will get the conflict. Okay, so we made the changes in the test2. Now the time is to add it, commit it and push it to the test2, and then we'll create a PR against the main. So let me try to first of all let me try to see the status here. So this file is changed. Now do a git add the location, and again check the git status. So the new file is added. Now let me try to do a git commit, let's say test2 c1, and we have to push it. So git push origin test2. So it is pushed to the test2. If you'll go there, and if you'll go there to the test2, you will find that test2 c1 is there. Okay, now let me try to go to the repository, and here you can see one PR we can raise from test2 to the main. Okay, so now let me try to create a PR against the main. See here you can see we are getting the merge conflict, which is saying that cannot merge automatically. Okay, so that means the merge conflict is arised here. When we are going to raise a PR from test2 feature branch into the main with the changes at the same line but different changes are there, right? So the conflict is raised. So now let me try to create a PR, and then we'll see what is the conflict and then we'll resolve it. So there is a way, either you can like, so To avoid the merge conflict, what you need to do? There is a step. So whatever changes are already there in the upstream or into the main, first of all, before raising a PR, you have those changes already into your local. Okay. So let's say this time we are working on the test2 feature branch, right? So the test2 feature branch should be containing all the changes into the main in the test2 locally. Are you getting my point? So whatever feature branch you are working on, it should have the latest changes from the main, and then you start working on. So let's say before walking into the test2 feature branch, we have not did a git pull from the main, right? If we have done that, then all the changes from the main would already be there into the test2, and then according to that we can make our changes. So if you are aware that this common file is already there into the main, then we have avoided writing the common file, and we have avoided making these mistakes here, right? So the best practice to avoid the merge conflict is always have the latest changes from the main branch in your local branch or in your local feature branch, and then start working on that. Otherwise you will get up into the merge conflict, and that is what here we are in. So so that is the one thing that I just wanted to remind you, that to avoid the merge conflict, make sure you're working whatever feature branch you're working on have the latest changes from the main branch. Okay, and then start working on that. So in that scenario you will avoid the merge conflict. Now we have the merge conflict, and then we have raised the PR here. Now you can see this option of resolve the conflict. So just resolve this conflict, and here you can see the change in the same file at the same line. These two different changes are there. The test one were having the display, and the test 2 is having the display one. And now this time the git does not know which one to keep in the main, and that is why the git throw us a merge conflict. And now as a developer we are in the merge conflict scenario. So how we can resolve it? Now you any of the changes you have to keep at the same line. So the developer 1 and the developer 2 should sit together and agree on a piece of code, and that would be going into the main. So let's say developer 1 and developer 2 agreed that at the line number 5 the method name should be display, not the display 1. So whatever changes you are agreed on, you have to keep that. So let's say I'm just going to remove this thing. So the method name should be display, not display 1. Okay, let me try to remove this whole thing. So you have to remove it manually, and let me try to keep it like this. Okay, so we are good. Now you here you can see the option of merge as result. So you just click on it and commit merge, and it will take few seconds to check the mergeability. Now you can see the branch has no conflict with the base branch. Now you can create a pull request. So just create that merge pull request, confirm the merge, and it is merged. So if you'll go there to the repository, you will find that the same changes are there in the main, test 1 and the test 2. So everything is synchronized or aligned. So we are in the main. If we'll go inside the Java, there is a common file, and in the common file we have this display one method, sorry, display method. And if you'll go to the feature branch, let's say you're going to the test one, go to the source, go to the main, go to the Java and common, and you can see the same changes are there in the test one also. Now let me try to go to the feature branch test 2. So if we'll go to the feature branch test 2, you can see, go to the source, and go to the main, Java, common, and the same changes are here as well. So all of the feature branches and the main branch are aligned and everything is working fine. So this is how we ended up in the merge conflict, and this is how we resolve the merge conflict in the real scenario. So this is about the video, guys. If you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. And if somebody from your friend circle are in need with this kind of videos, please suggest them and share the videos link. So thanks and goodbye.